Okay, where we left off last time, you guys had all read the note that I sent around. I mailed it to people. I think everybody received it except for Sophia.
So I'm gonna go get my copy.
But yes, there was that invitation from a Renee Acosta to meet with you guys at the one of the secret back rooms at Shalim's bar, actually. So yeah, and Gideon was like, "Do we want to, do you want to take it? We should probably take it. That's a lot of money that she's offering."
That's where we left off, right?
Yeah.
Gadzooks, let's take it.
I vote to take it. Take the opportunity.
All right. Well, I'm going to defer to Salim here. Should we just head on over, or you got a time for this sort of thing?
Well, not as if anything better is going on.
Shoot, what was your name? Links, how much longer we got on that game? I know we're trying to not be
We just finished the pool game.
Oh no, he's asking when the flowball game.
So actually, I know we were kind of joking last session about like my character doesn't shut up about it, but the way I was sort of planning on playing this, it was like it's not really something that I talk about. I'm just kind of secretly obsessed. So like, I'd probably say like what game and hastily put my communications device away and.
Well, you would know that the game is ending in about an hour, at which point the bar should probably be cleared out. But y'all are welcome to head over there now. It's up to you. Just
like, it's not that I never talk about it, but it's like, I don't know. I'll play the character. We'll see how it rolls.
fair enough.
So long as the rabble rouses over the bloody games is gone.
Well, if we're too early, I wouldn't mind a pint.
You taking it?
A what?
Sorry, Paula was leaving.
Oh.
Gadzooks, there's no time like the present.
Alright then, let's head over. And then... How do I do this? I guess I'll just do it manually. Alright, so you guys head across Tenrei. It's actually not that far from your place, I don't think. Yeah, no, it's a short walk from the Helping Hands to get over to... Boop, here we go. The Winking Weird. The premier tavern for anyone who knows what's what in the Docks District. While there are other taverns in this town, the Winking Weird has a reputation for being one of the finer establishments, and being that it is so close to the docks themselves, it is a popular spot for people who are either in on a boat or on shore leave, or just people like traveling through that don't know their way around Tenrei all of that well. So yes, you arrive. The rabble is actually dying down from what you overhear. The game was somewhat of a disappointment. They lost the ball in one of the eddies outside of town, and so they had to call the game early. But they'll be starting it again on the next Astral Conflux. So.
Oh, good.
Oh, is
We'll have
this
to deal
place
with any of those
known
games.
for seafood?
Yeah, you can get some good grilled manticore here.
Well, buddy, since you want us to help you, how about, giving us some food to eat first, and then we can discuss.
All right, food's in the house.
Butter us up.
Driving some hard bargains here.
Where's that bartender of mine?
Sam is up here, working the bar. It looks like he is currently in a conversation with a astral genasi who you can't tell exactly what he's talking about. His accent is very thick, but Sam seems somewhat displeased. You would know this, Shalim, because you know, are his boss and longtime friend of his. But he's doing a very good job of hiding it. But you can tell underneath that he's very irritated with this guy and is just counting down the seconds for him to just please leave.
All right, I'm just gonna walk over. Hello, my friends. How are you both doing today?
Sam's like, "Oh, boss, it's real great that you're here. This."
And who might this be you're speaking with?
The what?
Who might this be? Friendly gentleman here.
This fine gentleman was just extolling the virtues of some of the alcohol that we do not currently have in stock.
Is there a problem?
Let me just check. Do you speak? Yeah, okay, you do speak Celestial. So yes, this guy who I did not come up with an accent for, so apologies there. He's trying to get his hands on some I forgot the planet names. Alcarsis spirits. Now, Alcarsis is kind of like one of those rich person planets where, you know, the art collectors and retirees with pensions and stuff go. Those spirits, I mean, you've been around. Those spirits are trash, especially given the ones that you had access to in your upbringing, but they are fairly popular among the riffraff. You do have a bottle in storage, but it's yours. Up to you if you want to give it away or if you want to shoo this gentleman away.
So wait, what is this guy just angry or is he just
Yes.
really drunk? He's just angry. Okay.
Yes. Yeah,
Alright, so-
it's customer service time.
Right. All right. So I'll tell you what, my friend. I happen to have one bottle of the finest that you can find of this brand. I'll give it to you for free, and when the time comes, you'll owe me a favor. How does that sound?
He sort of narrows his eyes at you and he's like, "What kind of favor?"
Oh, nothing to worry about.
Let me see the bottle first.
Of course, my dear fellow.
He
Produce the bottle for me.
eyes it up and down, sees that it hasn't been opened. He's like, all right. A favor for a favor then. And he reaches out to snatch it.
And I'm like,
he sort of
Such things must
puts his hand out.
just try not to take it all in one go, my friend.
Sam's like, let me pour it for the good sir.
Chug, chug, chug.
Yes, such fine delights are to be treasured, not to be chugged.
Customer service accomplished. The guy tips fairly well, you notice, before he goes back to his, I'll just make him go to a table, boop. So look forward to that in your monthly profits. Once the guy is out of earshot, Sam leans in and he's like, well, boss, there's a customer in the back room that was looking for you. She's reserved a room somewhat indefinitely.
Can I wait?
I'm fairly certain that she's... Oh my god, this snake thing is infuriating. I'm fairly certain that she was expecting you and your friends.
I see. Onwards then.
Look out,
Sam, if you could be a dear and send up some food while you're at it.
Of course. The usual, whatever, yeah. Too difficult. So, yes, the back room is back here. and you are one of you and Sam are the only ones that have a key to it. This is
Whoopsie.
well, you're there. It's fine. This is one of the. This place is warded against scrying, against wizard's eyes, all sorts of like magics that one might use to eavesdrop or listen in on conversations, as well as just generally having pretty thick walls. So yes, for the most part, it is a secret place, which is why this woman, who I will describe in just half a second here, reserved it. Is that everybody? Did I pull everybody in? I think I did. It's probably fine. Okay, so the lights at their usual low level, just in case, for ambiance. You are met with the look of a woman. Let's see, show portrait. Who you can identify as Renee Acosta. She's introduces herself. She is very clearly a Commonwealth operative, shall we say. She's not wearing like a military uniform or anything, but you do recognize that symbol on her chest is someone who's part of like either the government or one of its various associated branches. And as you guys enter, she sort of like glances down at her wrist and then greets you all. I'm glad that you were able to finally join me. She
Happy to be here.
what?
Happy to be here.
Yes, I see that the only known resident of the Commonwealth knows the proper greeting procedures. It's good to meet you, Professor Tycoon.
Is she part of the group that invaded my homeland, or is that a different group?
No, those were those.
Oh, no.
Yeah, those were pirates. Yeah, the Commonwealth is I won't say the good guys, but they're one of the bigger powers, and they're generally the good guys in most situations.
So, do we know what her rank is again?
No, that's the thing. While she is wearing official Commonwealth like regalia, she has noticeably no like insignia for her rank or anything, which is let's see. I would like for you to roll for me an insight check.
Ah, crap. How do you do that again?
Everyone? Or just,
Yeah,
Is it all?
everyone can.
How do you
Everybody?
do this again?
How do I do that?
Go to your attributes.
Yeah, if you're on your character sheet, it's the attributes tab there. If you need to get to your character sheet, you can double click on your icon, or you can double click on the little symbol down at the bottom. I don't know
Oh,
how
I
much
see.
everyone-
And then.
Insight
then
check, you said, right?
Yeah.
Yep, insight.
Where is insight?
It's on the left-hand side under attributes.
Yeah.
Just scroll. Yeah, you'll just kind of gotta keep looking because it'll say like acrobatics, animal handling, arcana, athletics, deception, history, insight.
Oh, I see. And then I just click on insight.
Yeah, just click on it.
And then just hit. Probably you're gonna have to hit the button normal because it might ask if you want to do advantage
Oh,
or
okay.
something.
So
So
I
just say normal.
I
Just normal.
Okay.
Just
Yeah,
regular.
you're there.
Okay. So I rolled an 11.
It'll show up at the end.
Yeah, no, in the chat bar on rolls, it'll show you the total that you have rolled. So yes, you did roll 11 plus 2 your proficiency plus your wisdom gives you a 15. So we got a lot of good rolls here, except for Lynx. Which is
and then one possibly bad roll.
we're just gonna ignore that though. So yes, everyone except for Lynx would know that Renee is part of. I don't know what you would. It's sort of like an unnamed unofficial branch of the government, somewhat akin to like the CIA. They're one of the branches of the Commonwealth that works unofficially in free space and you know, like the corporate alliance in Durkenheim and whatnot, the little eyes and ears everywhere.
If they're anything like the CIA, then that's not good news. So maybe I say, I'm like staring at her warily.
She.
My response is, my favorite kind of people, the ones who know things.
I put out my hand to shake it if that's a thing that that is done here.
She will. Oh, where did your token go? I lost you.
I'm in the room, top left.
Oh, you're underneath someone. Got it.
Oh, I don't see them. Let me move. Okay. Oh, okay. I was just on Tycho's head.
Yep.
I was just like perched up on top of there.
Mecha Shiva style. Okay, so yes, she shakes her hand and gives you all another round of proper greetings. She seems to have noticed your intense stares, with the exception of Lynx, who is very difficult to read in the first place. So she says, yes, no things, which is sort of what has brought me here. I assume that you all read the letter and are interested in employment.
Yes,
So
yes, we've read the letter.
Are you offering us a counter offer?
She seems what do you mean counter offer? Are the terms of the agreement that I laid out not sufficient?
Oh, that was from you. Never mind.
I just get so many offers.
Yeah, you're gonna have to sweeten it a little bit because we're in the process of choosing.
Let's see. Gideon is gonna give you a bardic inspiration. For.
Okay, what are your job?
So he's gonna offer you a little bardic inspiration here. To give you an extra d6 to roll for a persuasion roll for me real quick. Let's see if we can squeeze some more money out of this woman.
I click normal for the persuasion roll.
Yes. You can also just hit enter when those boxes come up.
Okay. I think it says 26. Or I click bardic inspiration.
Yeah. There you go. Yes. Ooh, very nice. Very nice. So she considers like
bargain.
Gideon sort of like hums something under his breath as we need to sweeten the deal here, and she appraises you for a bit, and she's like, very well, I am authorized to offer you. Oh, where did I put the letter? I am authorized to offer you further advance on the final total, if that is sufficient.
Much more.
I am able to offer you some. She's offering some scrolls that I don't have pulled up at the moment. So she can offer you some magical scrolls, or you can just take an extra. Let's see. Let's nice even numbers here. We'll do 600 gold, so an extra 100 gold for each of you.
Not bad.
Your guys'
The
choice.
The shit out of those screens.
Both the gold and the scrolls.
You know what? With a 29, I'm going to give it to you.
Woohoo!
My, what a bargain we drove here.
All right, so
what do you mean we? You mean me?
My child. The life of my child.
Let me see here. Let me do some quick math. So that is 25 plus 700 divided by 7 of you.
You know, I always had a good feeling about this one.
So
That is-
Valuable asset.
450 each. Does that sound good for everyone? That's rough maths there.
Yeah, nice. Are you gonna add that, or are we adding that?
You guys added it. It'll be quicker. Just at the bottom of the inventory tab, you'll have like a little slots for your currency. Just increase your GP number by 450.
You can actually even press like plus 450 on it, and it'll add it for you.
That is true.
Oh,
That's nice.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Technology.
Yeah, like I just kind of I just select it all, everything that's in GP, and then just hit plus whatever the number is, and it just does the math.
Yeah.
Gamma showed us that like not too long ago
Yeah, I
in our other
completely
game, and it was
forgot.
really cool. Yeah, it was helpful. Saves a step.
Oh shoot. Okay, yeah, I will distribute scrolls in a second here, but she is going to give each of you one scroll of a cantrip, but I'll deal with that in a second. And she's like, okay, so now that we've got the formalities out of the way, I trust that everyone is... Well, now that you've officially bought into this job, perhaps you'd like to hear more of the details.
That is exactly why I'm here, at least.
I'll say.
She adjusts her collar and says, do I have a reference picture? I do not at the moment. Okay, well, she lays out a scroll, unfurls it on the table, and on it there is it looks like several... Ah, golly.
Sorry, why is Furiosa sending me gold?
Well, I also put it in chat, except it didn't whisper to you. But it, you know, I sent you that since you got us that sweet deal. I was sending you a little
Cute.
something. You're welcome. Playing the game. That's all.
Game knows game.
Game recognized game.
Yeah, I don't know why I put it in OOC though. That was weird. Oh my god, it just has my name too instead of my my character name. But that's weird. Guess we'll have to fix the chat.
Sorry, it's going to be easier if I just pull up the image real quick, so give me a second here. Trying to describe it, I'm going to do a messed up job.
Not a problem.
Yeah.
Yes, she... Artifact. She lays out this scroll with this image on it that you'll be seeing shortly, and says, we are looking for the pieces of this. I cannot explain exactly what it is, partially because I am not entirely certain, but it is of the utmost importance that the Commonwealth finds this before it falls into the hands of ne'er-do-wells.
So it's like a bigger artifact made of like smaller artifacts.
See it.
Okay. Yeah.
I see it, yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, well, that is quite fascinating.
Now, we have obtained one of these discs already. We're not entirely certain where the rest of them are or what the artifact does when fully assembled, but we believe it to be some sort of map to a device, or more likely a weapon left behind by the world smiths. And as you can understand, having such a thing fall into the hands of pirates or common adventurers, no offense, would be not ideal.
It's a map to what? Sorry.
she suspects that it is a map to the location of a worldsmith artifact of some sort. She is
Do
worried. Oh, go ahead.
any of us recognize this map or anything about it?
Let me see. Who? Well, okay. I'll give it to. Yeah, actually, Tycho, if you could roll me a knowledge check. Let's do. What do we want to do here? History. Do you have history?
Yeah, like history. I have like Uber history.
Okay, then yeah. Let's do that.
Let's see what happens here. That's got to give me something.
Yeah. So you don't know for certain because this is you know that this is definitely Worldsmith like technology, quote unquote. It is more than likely an astrolab or a what are they called? I can't remember the name of it, but essentially a compass that points to a single location instead of the poles. You have seen them before, never a complete one, but you've come across them a couple times in your research studies. But outside of that, yeah, you can't really tell much, especially because the details of this thing are not as seen in the picture. It's just the outlines of the stuff, which I thought I had a less detailed picture that I had made for you guys, but I did not, sorry.
I couldn't find the name of that compass, but I want to relay that to the team, and not at all hide my excitement. Yes.
So yeah, Tycho's like hyperventilating. It's a
Yeah. The brown bag.
Is this something that we all would want to keep ourselves? I definitely don't say that out loud.
I finally managed to do it. I gave you all a scroll of Blade Ward, which is what you got for your sweet bargaining skills there, Astinia.
What is it?
It is a scroll of Blade Ward. It should be in your inventories now. It's a cool spell. When you cast it, or rather when you use the scroll, it basically gives you a it makes, I think it's disadvantage for anyone trying to hit you in combat.
Oh, okay.
Sort of a protection thing.
Yeah.
Real nice.
Unfortunately, they're scrolls. They're only one use, but definitely useful in a combat situation. Which, with any luck, we won't be in one of those. So maybe you just sell it later. They're worth a non-trivial sum. So yeah, Renee, seeing that you recognize it, I should have expected nothing less from our esteemed professor here. Yes, this is what we believe to be a map to the location of this unknown artifact. As I'm sure you're aware, she gestures to Tycho, intact Worldsmith artifacts and technology are highly sought after, but something that is actually working is not only rare but dangerous. Now,
why doesn't the Commonwealth go after this themselves? Why do you need us?
well, allow me to explain. The Commonwealth is not officially after this item at all. The Commonwealth claims no involvement with this. We don't even know about it. We, in fact, do not want this item to make it into anyone's hands, including our own, which is where you guys come in. If you can find and assemble the pieces of this, and well, we'll deal with the step after that should this step come to fruition. But, as I mentioned in my letter, you have a reputation for being able to handle things that are perhaps a little non-traditional means of accomplishing tasks, which is why we have offered these resources and rewards to you in exchange for the service.
You've heard correctly. We'll get the job done.
She adopts a little bit of a less stiff posture now that you guys have like officially confirmed that you're taking the job.
After like stiffing her so hard on the bargaining.
I feel like we owe this woman a drink. You know, I feel like we owe her a drink. You know, because that was
if
that was a deal.
Doug's been drinking the whole time.
as if on
already like halfway there.
as if on cue, there's a knock at the door. It's Sam with a with the catering, I guess, is the easiest way to say that.
Oh, right on time, Sam, as always.
All right. So as you guys are breaking bread, that is the wrong tab. As you guys are breaking bread, further explanation occurs. We believe the only lead that we have at present on one of these pieces, this information may or may not be helpful to you. There is a tabaxi wanderer of sorts who was reported to be in possession of one of these. It's actually how we found out about the existence of this in the first place. We cannot confirm this, but we believe him to be somewhere in Tenrei. Now, as I said, we are entirely hands-off on this. Outside of offering you access to the resources, never mind, that comes after the job is complete. Sorry. Other than offering you the payments and rewards that we can, we are in no part involved in any of this. So my suggestion would be to seek out this tabaxi first. Otherwise, the only leads that we have are the vaguest of rumors.
What sort of
Where
rumors?
is this
I
one?
love rumors.
So
start somewhere.
the tabaxi in question goes by Spills the Soup. They're not certain if he is even on Tenrei, although it is suspected that he is. The best intel that they have says that he came to this place not too long ago, so he's probably still here, especially since he doesn't own a ship. But
So, yeah.
yeah, as far as where he might be, that is a task for you guys to find out. You know what? You guys have enough passive insight going on in the group to figure the best place to start looking would probably be Tenrei Market, which is the marketplace for the locals, not the people who come in on their ships.
Yeah, my
Oh, we
favorite.
should go ask around. We should go asking around.
Yeah, maybe his name is Spills the Soup because he spills a trail of soup wherever he goes.
Maybe he eats. Yeah. Are there any well-known souperies?
Gideon kind of chuckles under his breath, trying to stifle a laugh at what Icinius said.
Super easy.
Renee says, I leave this matter in your hands from here on out. If you'll excuse me. If you'll excuse me, I will be retiring to my room. And then she leaves and does that.
She just bolts out the room.
Later.
You can laugh once you shut the door. You know it was funny.
Ka-chunk.
So, wait, sorry, I lost my I got distracted for a second. Who spills the soup? They have information or they have the disc?
They have information, right?
They have a disc.
Information?
So, from what you heard, they may have the last thing
So-
that they know, or the last information that they have about Spills, is that he is in possession of one of these discs. They're not certain if he still has it. They're not even certain if he is here, but they have reason to believe that both of those things are true. It's very likely that he is both here and has the thing. If he doesn't, and even if he does, it is possible that he has information on where to find more of them. Although Renee did not elaborate on why he would have or know these things.
Let's head to the market then.
No time like the present.
So
Maybe we could,
what?
sorry, maybe we could scope out like restaurants or something though.
Our insights told us it's good to start at the market to search for him.
Well, there are restaurants and whatnot around the market as well.
We can
Oh, we could also go shopping. We could also go shopping for
That
supplies,
is
right?
true. You can go shopping.
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe somebody's come by the bar who knows him.
So, perhaps as you guys are headed out of the bar, a familiar. Oh, you know what? This sucks because she's not here. Oh, well, someone.
Also,
that-
give me 1 sec. I'm gonna take my ADHD meds.
Okay.
I'm just realizing.
tusk herd.
Well, 841 knows, although I don't remember if the rest of you would have encountered him outside of just in passing, but I can't remember what their name of their race is, the hippopotamus people.
Oh yeah.
It should be in his biography. It's a GIF, yes, GIFF, a GIF. A GIF captain, GIF, or GIF, I guess, I don't know.
No, I'm
Guys, okay, I'm just
meaning-
saying.
This is a good time to settle the debate.
It's a gift.
oh my god, I love this guy.
This is
Oh, that's so cool.
Captain Tuskert and his first in command, Commander Cold Iron, are, now that the rest of the crew has disembarked from this area and they're able to like sort of unwind without the watchful eyes of the rest of the people. So Tuskert says hello to 841, who I don't know enough about 841 to say anything, but
841 has just gone temporarily mute.
841 actually dashes off after discussing something real quick with the captain, and then runs away. Not runs, but sort of excuses themselves to go take care of something. So the rest of you only really know Tuskert is... So he's the captain of the Dominus, which is a very powerful ship that is... You know what? I think actually it was the same one that rescued you, Asinia, when you were adrift.
Wait, he rescued me, or the same ship?
He and his ship were the ones to recover you when you were adrift in your little escape vessel there.
Wait, Captain Tuskert or this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, hi, Captain Tuskert. Great to see you again.
Asinia, I'm glad to see that you're getting along well. It's been a while since I've seen you and your friends.
We don't.
I'll always be grateful to you.
Oh, think
and
nothing
none
of
us-
it, my
none
young
of us-
girl.
And none of us know him, right? The rest of us.
So you guys the rest of you do know him, not super well, but you have on occasion made use of his ship's services on some forays. He will take contracts to ferry people to places that are dangerous throughout charted space, but most commonly he is escorting merchant and trade vessels to and from the corporate alliance, since he is the owner of one of the most well-stocked and heavily armed vessels this side of the charted.
Gotcha.
So yeah, you guys do know him, but more of like, a working relationship sort of thing.
Captain, what brings you to the Winking Weird?
Well, as usual, now that the rest of the crew is gone, I thought I might unwind with my commander here. We're in town for a couple weeks, just waylaid until our next contract takes place. I believe we're ferrying some ships out of the Nova Imports.
How long might that be?
Well, as I said, maybe a week, possibly 2. Why, is there something I could do for you specifically?
Are you heading toward the market or passing it along the way?
Oh, no, my dear child, we're spending the rest of the evening here.
Oh,
Why, is there something happening at the market?
well, not sure if you've been there recently. We're looking for somebody called Spills the Soup. They're a wanderer.
Spills the Soup wouldn't happen to be a small tabaxi fellow, would it?
That's exactly the fellow, actually.
Yes.
Oh, well, I believe I might be of some service to you then.
Commander Cold Iron. Does anyone speak Undercommon? I don't want to have to check real quick.
I don't think so, but let me double check. I know
I better check because that's.
Oh, you know what? There's an easy
my other
way.
character does, but no.
Oh.
But if you just type something in it,
Yeah.
you'll know. Because we can either read it or we can't.
Yeah, if you can read it, then great. If you can't, then great. So yeah, he
Definitely looks elven, but not.
Commander Cold Iron says something to the captain, and Tuskert sort of waves him away.
Not to worry about. These are friends. So, yes, the tabaxi fellow spills the soup. I have to say, a very apt name. He,
I knew it.
something of a klutz, shall we? I believe that's the common term for it.
Oh, now I'm ever more curious. Who named this fellow?
If you have knowledge, it'd probably be history. Yeah, we'll go knowledge.
History?
Knowledge, history, yeah.
Knowledge or history?
Well, sorry,
It's history, right? Yeah.
Shalim, you can roll that with advantage because of your line of work. Everybody else, if you want to just roll history in general, you can do that.
Okay, just roll it.
Go.
Looks like Asini is the odd man out on this one. Oh, and Lynx, just kidding. Lynx, you're awful at this. So the rest of you, the other 3 of you, so tabaxis, especially those from Olkarsis, are named by when they reach their age of maturity, which is I think around 10 or 15 for them. They are given a name based on their primary trait that they've exhibited, their personality and whatnot. So Spills the Soup is more than likely named after that either being a repeated occurrence or generally just being a clumsy fellow.
I tickle him a little bit, Neil, just to tell you everything you need to know.
Well, this should be rather easy then. We just need to find someone who keeps spilling soup. How hard could that be? It's almost like he wants to be found.
Well, if you're looking for him, I believe that the marketplace is probably the best place to check. He had expressed some interest in trying to find, I believe it was diamond or something. He was looking for something specific to help him with a spell or some such thing. I'm not familiar with the arcane arts.
Diamond?
Does he need to bring somebody back from the dead?
He was He did mention something about the dead, although I don't think it was quite as grim as all of that.
Oh, interesting.
Well, that's rather interesting. He's spilling soup and bringing back people from the dead, it seems.
If
What
you,
combination?
who's got Arcana? Because if you've got proficiency in it, go ahead and roll it for me. If you don't
don't know
worry
that.
about it.
I have.
I don't know if I have proficiency. Yeah, I think I do. Sorry. It's a check mark, right?
Yeah.
And just roll it normal?
Yeah. All right. That's woo,
Oh, nice.
warlocks over here.
Oh, Shaolin.
So actually, Isinia hit the target, and Shalim, you like aced the exam here. There are a couple spells that would require a diamond. They're resurrection spells, yes, but more common, easily accessible spells would be something like Speak with Dead, or what is it called? I don't think it's Revivify, is it?
No, that's like a low level spell. You don't need diamonds for it.
Raised Dead is the one that requires a diamond worth 1,000 gold pieces.
Restoration might greater restoration.
Well, there are a couple spells of that would require a extremely well experienced cleric or wizard to accomplish the task. It is most likely that he is after, if he is in fact after a diamond, he is looking for some sort of divine magic to be done.
Maybe he's trying to stop spilling soup.
It is possible.
He sort of like
My guess is he's trying to speak with someone who's dead, who might know where the next piece is.
The next piece of what?
I kind of nudge you in the ribs and like shake my head as
Right.
suggest don't give them information.
The next
know-
piece of, the best soup recipe.
You can use a diamond to make a chromatic orb. Maybe he's making orbs.
Would we know which store in the marketplace for locals to get that?
yes,
Like, would it be
sirree.
very?
Yes, sirree. There's a let's see. I didn't give him a name, but yes, there is a merchant. Actually, if you guys want, I can just send you to the market now, so that I don't have to describe it.
Thank the good captain, as
It
usual.
was great seeing you, Captain.
We're really
Thank
debt.
you.
He
Thank you so much for your
raises a glass to y'all, and
Next time you're around and you've got some free time, feel free. We'll be here.
Of course, I must hear your grand tales from your last voyage.
Adventure awaits. Gotta go.
how do I do that? Like this? Shoot. Sorry, I messed everybody's tokens up.
Tenrei Market.
So yes, hopefully you guys will load in at some point. There we go. Nope.
Yeah, while we're heading there, I just wanna remark. At least Shalim might find this interesting. I think everybody would. But did you notice how Commander Cold Iron, just almost seemed to get a little tense at the mention of spills the soup, almost like, oh, can they be trusted with that information? And then because Tuskert was like, oh, nonsense, these are our friends. And just sort of shoot him off.
They know more than we do.
Just something to
Once we get back from this
Make
ferry,
note
I
of.
want to talk more with this commander.
yeah.
Gideon, as you guys are walking, says, if you don't mind, I think I might, check up on a lead about what Cold Iron was saying there. I'm sure y'all can handle Marketplace just fine.
I think that's a good idea.
Oh, but you're the drivers of your company.
he he gives you a smarmy smirk, knowing full well that you're not the hugest fan of him. No, that's true. I won't be around to annoy you there, but I'm sure somehow you'll manage without me.
Oh dear, how will we ever manage?
Ow! Look at all these trees.
Trees?
Yeah.
Are we in the same
No,
fucking?
trees.
Are we in the same?
Trees.
Oh, trees! I was like, trees. Are we in the same place?
I want some pastries, some fruits.
So, cool thing.
What?
The merchants by their stalls here, you could double click on them to buy from them. Although I highly recommend y'all only do it one person at a time, because if multiple people are trying to do it from the same shop, it doesn't go well.
Race conditions.
Yo.
Get this food.
Well, I'm at the one that I'm next to. Right
Alright,
now.
so where's our diamond merchant?
So this
I'm in-
gentleman over here, the illogical arcane merchant, I guess is what the random generator assigned him. He's the go-to guy for gems. If anyone's gonna have it, it's gonna be him.
Where's our?
This
Is this our boy?
Around the corner, huh? This guy? I see him.
No. Over here. It's. Are you able to see that?
I can see that.
Okay.
I don't.
I
see it. I see it. Yeah, I see the.
Yeah.
The illogical art. Hello, sir. Illogical.
I don't know. We'll give him the. I can't think of a name off the top of my head.
I like illogical personally.
Okay. Well, yes. Illogical is.
He just talks in rhymes and riddles the whole time.
If a diamond you do seek. No. Yeah. He doesn't have a diamond for you today. It's been quite a while since an expensive stone came by here. But why would you need a diamond? It seems a little rich for, well, not for your blood, to Shalim, but he kind of like passes over the rest of you. It seems a little rich for your guys' blood.
Well, we're more concerned with a certain someone who spills soups.
Someone who spills soups? That sounds like the most unpleasant individual. If you're looking to replace some soups, I recommend seeing our, what the hell is their name? Diligent Traveling Merchant, I guess. The one by the pastries.
I love that.
Yay, the pastry!
Well, we're curious to know if a man with a proclivity for spilling soups ever came by and purchased a diamond off of you. A Talaxian?
No, no one's been around here for diamonds in a while. We haven't really been getting any shipments of precious gems. They've all been going to the hoity-toities in the upper areas of Tenrei. They're getting ready for some sort of gala or festival or something. I don't really care.
No one even came by to ask.
No. You say that this person is looking for a diamond. Now that you mention it, it would be a little unusual that they haven't sought my services.
Let's see. So,
Can I use stealth to kind of go around to the merchant vendor places and sort of see if I can sneak a look at any of their what do you call it, like transaction logs or inventory?
Oof, yes, but roll stealth with disadvantage for me.
Okay.
No, this is gonna go poorly, isn't it?
We will see.
Hopefully it's not a critical fail. Hopefully it's just
19 was your lowest? Oh my goodness.
Rolling high today.
wow.
Good show. Okay, yeah, so what you are able to peruse through, I think all of them can't really see you there. Yeah, what are you looking for specifically? Because you can see the logs of all of these merchants here.
A ledger either for because he doesn't have the diamond yet, right? That we know of.
Illogical. From what he's expressed to you guys is he hasn't seen any gemstones come through, like at least his merchandise in quite some time, and he probably won't be getting any time soon because
No,
of
but
whatever's.
Soup is still looking for the diamond.
Sorry, say again.
We don't believe he has. Spills the soup. He doesn't have it right. At least according to the information we have, right?
Right. Nobody purchased the diamond from anyone here, if that's what you are asking.
So I want to. Yeah, I want to see either if just in case our information's wrong, to see if someone has sold a diamond recently on the ledger, or if there's like a list of things to obtain, like, oh, someone's like
an order log.
Yeah.
So the alchemist is the only one who has anything related to gemstones on any. These guys don't really have a like inventory sheet as far as like what they're ordering. They do have like a list of requests, but nobody's been requesting anything. The only person who has something that they're intending to get a gemstone for is the alchemist, but he is looking to, well, you're not actually sure of their gender underneath that mask, is trying to get their hands on some crushed up emeralds, but that is about the only thing of interest that you are able to find there.
Maybe we could ask that person if they'd know where to get diamonds, because that could be where Spills the Soup is going.
There's maybe an illegal diamond merchant somewhere on Tenrei.
Do we know what would I recognize the race of Spills the Soup? Like if I saw him in a crowd, like the race?
Yeah. Tabaxi's they're cat people.
Because I can't help but notice there's a cat person up on the ledge.
Well.
So as you guys are like gribbling around, Tycho's like, how do you want to communicate this?
Dear friend, I believe there's a cat on the ledge.
I see him too.
Okay, so do we just walk up to him?
Yeah, if you guys
We gotta go around it.
You guys are more than capable. He doesn't notice you at first because he's talking to what the fuck is this thing called? Slowed, I think. Slowed gentleman, which is like a giant toad person. He's having a conversation with them in a language that none of you speak. And it is not until there's like 3 of you up behind him, the Slowed sort of like clears his throat, puffing his sack out, and then bows his head and then turns around and leaves. Spills is very confused until he turns around and sees you guys swarming him.
Hello,
We could have handled that better.
I'm just gonna greet him at this point. No need for alarm. No need for alarm. Just wanted to talk to you about a few things.
Give me a second. I have to remember his voice. Let me just 1 second so I can remember what he sounds like. Castlevania. Spills the
Fully
soup.
expecting a meow or two.
Okay, I got it. Hello. How? Nope, I lost it. 1 second. Hello.
That's...
Castlevania.
Starts purring.
What are his links buying from all these merchants?
Links is going to town.
Hello, gentlemen. How may I be of assistance to you?
Not a gentleman.
Oh, I am very, very sorry. I am not familiar with the gender of. He looks you up and down. Goblin?
It's completely okay, my friend. See, we are looking for a most curious artifact, actually. Would you know, we're in the business of artifacts these days.
Everybody who's near him, roll insight.
All right. Insight. Just normal?
Yeah.
We're having some really interesting rolls, I feel like.
Yeah, we got both ends of the spectrums going on here. So, yes, when you mention the artifact, he sort of like, his tail stiffens but is tucked down.
A little scared.
Yeah, a little bit. And he says, what sort of artifact are you looking for?
So I'm just gonna start with I'm just gonna like roll for like try like a persuasion type thing. Just kind of like part of my character. So tell me, Spills the Soup, what is it you really want in life? What do you really desire?
Ooh. Okay. If you would like, you can burn. Oh, well, I guess it doesn't cost you. I don't remember what spells you took for your pact spells. Do you remember?
Might be written somewhere. I'm checking the spell book. I just have cantrips here. I don't know where that would be written. Because I don't actually remember.
Alright, well. Oh, actually. If you would like,
Somewhere.
you can ask Johnny for a little help here to.
Sure, let's do it. Let's do it.
Alright, so Shalim sort of. Do you wanna take Spills away from the group, or do you want to shoo the group away?
That's cool. We can just do this as is. Everyone knows I'm a little weird at this point.
Okay.
I wouldn't be able to throw some intimidation out there if we're not able to get it. I'll be bad cop.
So Shalim leans down and into this little tabaxi, and his eyes become noticeably red, almost as if they're glowing with fire, as the world seems to get very dark around, except for these two burning eyes. And what is your question that you are trying to get out of him?
I mean, I was thinking that generally the character's sort of shtick is like, what does he really desire? But I'm just trying to get his story about this artifacts that he has and what's going on with these artifacts, what he's doing here, just his whole thing here.
Okay. I guess just generally, you say, tell me about yourself. Tell me. I don't know exactly how you word it, but as soon as
you really?
As soon as Shalim asks whatever it is that he asks, the world begins to brighten up again. And Spills is like, his hair is all standing up on end when this started, and as soon as the world goes back to bright, he suddenly adopts a very relaxed demeanor, and says, well, I happened to come upon a bit of misfortune in my previous wanderings. I hail from Olcarsis. I'm not sure if you are familiar with my planet, but a friend of mine has been recently indisposed. And since I am someone who wanders around a bit, how do you say? It was put on me, requested of me. I am not sure how to fully express this, but I need to come into possession of a diamond, or perhaps something of another type of magical nature, is why I come here. I have
in my travels, I have come to realize that I am perhaps being watched by someone, something. Spielis does not know what such thing or person is, but he is concerned that they might not have the best of intentions for poor Spiels.
So he needs a diamond to
Are
cast
are
a
you
spell.
are you looking for like glyph of warding or non-detection? Or, you know, are you trying to like ward him off or to just go unnoticed?
And I kind of say in the gruff voice in the back, bodyguards.
Are you looking for bodyguards or?
No. I do not need. This is very difficult for Spills. Please understand that Spills does not speak common very well.
Does anyone here speak his native language?
Is it undercommon?
Do any of you speak Sylvan?
Yes.
Oh shit!
That's me.
Go for it.
That's me, Vishana.
You
Or no,
got
God,
this.
not Vishana, Furiosa. My bad.
All right.
Vishana in another life.
All right. So, communicating that you speak Sylvan, he says in I don't know how I would do this accent otherwise, so I'll just speak in a normal voice. He's very fluent in Sylvan. He says, "Oh yes, I'm glad that we have a shared language now. So I don't need the diamond for the spell per se. I have a seller set up that will give me an item that I need. I'm looking to get my hands on an item that will allow me to speak with the dead. I can't really explain to you why, and I'm sorry. I don't fully know myself, but...
Your mic's cut off.
Who? Mine?
I can hear you.
I can
They're gonna
hear
be fine.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is my mic cut off? Is it me?
I mean, we can hear you.
Here you go.
Your thing might have just glitched for a moment. Like maybe just on Gamma's. Like when Gamma was talking.
I'll do a recap in a second.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Yeah, so you said you're looking to get an item that allow you to speak with the dead, but you can't explain why.
Yes, I can't explain why. I am not 100% clear on what exactly it is that I'm supposed to do with this information that I'm going to obtain, or what exactly it is that I will be talking to when I obtain the ability to do so. But through his logic, the fact that he thinks that someone is like watching him or out to get him has only like reaffirmed his belief that this is a very important thing for him to do, because if someone wants him not to do it, then obviously it's very important.
Translation, Furiosa.
Oh yes, I mean, so I literally tell you exactly. Yeah, he needs to be able to speak with the dead. So it's not that he needs the diamond for like for the spell per se for himself, like, but he has a seller set up that's going to give him the item that he needs. So that he can speak with the dead. He actually is not even sure what he's supposed to do with the information that he's supposed to obtain, or what it is that he'll even be talking to when he obtains the ability to do so. But the fact that someone's watching him and looking, is like looking at like or out to get him, that sounds like it's very important for him to do this. Like there's somebody really wants this done.
You ask him if he's in possession of the artifact and if he would be willing to part with it if we, say, got him a diamond.
Or beat it out of him.
So based on what I'm hearing from him, I really wouldn't like. He does not seem to really have an idea of what exactly is going on, but it really sounds like perhaps somebody wants him to speak with the dead because they may also be looking for the artifact too. But
So he doesn't have any.
I doubt that he has that on him.
Well,
Should ask him.
can we check?
But I can ask.
Yeah.
I can. Yeah. My only issue is, do we need to be spilling the soup? To spills the soup.
Nice. Well, I think
If this is something that even the Commonwealth isn't supposed to know about.
But it would be
Well,
helpful to know if he has it and how he got it.
Well, we can word it in a way that's not spilling the soup. Right?
That is true.
Just be like, what is this? Would you happen to have any, old priceless artifacts on you or something?
Well, yes. So I will say. So is it I'm sorry. I might have an idea of. I might have an idea of what these questions are that you're wondering about, and what what could be going on. I'm not 1,000% sure, and it's highly sensitive. It's a highly sensitive subject. So to be sure, my compatriots have asked that we have to verify. Are you in possession of something that is very delicate in nature? It's very delicate in nature. That would be very highly sought after. A physical item.
He pulls a little necklace out from what is tucked into his shirt that looks. Does everybody see that?
That adorable.
We
It's
just
the
see
thing up there, right?
Oh yeah.
That's about it. Though.
I see the little cat. It's so cute.
Yeah, I see the cat.
It's so
That was-
adorable.
Like Puss in Boots.
That was not what was supposed to happen, but I'm glad you like how he looks.
It's so cute.
You know what?
I love it.
I might be able to do this another way. I think I can roll it to chat so that you guys can see it in the chat log. Let me try that.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yes, it.
So I do not want to, I do not wish to reveal how, the excitement that I just revealed out OOC, out of character. I certainly wouldn't.
As
That's gonna be a problem for Tycho.
Alright, so Tag was losing the shit right now.
Oh yeah. I kind of lean in. I kind of lean in, and then and like look around and just kind of like look around to be. Oh, you all see this?
as soon as he well, he rolled well on his insight. What?
My thing's going off and on, just to let you know.
Okay.
Discord.
And
So
then I
if I
quickly
talk-
tell him. And then I quickly tell him, "Oh, you can go ahead and tuck that back in."
Well, yeah. As soon as he sees you guys like level of excitement or interest, he immediately shoves it back into his shirt and says, "It's this is back in common. It's a very priceless, very expensive heirloom that Spills has borrowed from his former employer."
Uh-oh.
Spills,
That sounds
what?
like a euphemism, my friend.
Yeah.
What would convince you to, let us have that? What could we do for you in exchange?
So he sort of like cocks an eyebrow and he's like, if you are propositioning me, I am not very much into goblins. I apologize.
Well, my friend.
I'm not a goblin, so it's okay. There's
Oh
no
my.
problem here.
Furiosa is sort of like looking around literally in every direction around us, just keeping an eye out to see if there's any eyes watching us, any prying, anybody that might be observing this at all.
No, I mean nobody's looking at you specifically. It's a marketplace. I didn't want to put 1,000 tokens on the board, but there are more people here than I have tokens down. You know, people kind of like bustling about.
Yeah.
And
Who's right
whatnot.
behind me, by the way? Who's that? Who's that? What's that down there?
Oh,
Who's
sorry.
that?
That's just the guy that he was chatting with. He left. I just didn't.
It says here. Oh, okay. Thank goodness. Yes, I just okay.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are not in near proximity to anyone, and you don't see anyone like staring or like trying to eavesdrop around you or anything.
Yeah. Do you have the game paused?
Persuasion to try and negotiate.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
The game is not paused. No.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna refresh then. It's probably just weird internet. I'm gonna change the settings at my house to make sure that my laptop is prioritized for the internet.
That's not very high, is it? I don't know.
A 12? I mean, you rolled a 5, but you totaled a 12, which is pretty good. I mean, you are a bard. So yeah, once you explain that you are both not a goblin and not trying to do what he thinks that you're trying to do, he's of course. I am so sorry. As I say, I am not very familiar with your people, this culture. It is first time in Tenrei. No. As far as if you could do something for me, yes. Obviously, diamond would be helpful, but I have. Sorry, Soups has heard that perhaps there is a shortcut to what I am looking for. So while diamond would obviously be preferred route, I am aware that there is item in the possession of the Tenrei Museum that that Speeds would like, perhaps, maybe to have.
What is that?
Man. It's a heist.
Well, I am
be
glad
lovely.
that you ask. I don't have a picture for it, sorry. He, also being a bard, conjures up with his cantrips, I think prestidigitation or minor illusion, whichever one, take your pick, the image of a book that has on its face, it's got a skull, and not like an actual skull, it's an image of a skull, and it has little lines which are coming out of the mouth. And he says, this is known as the Necrotelenomicon. It is the book for speaking with the dead. There are only a few copies in the Charted that are known of, at least. Soup would like to, or Spills would like to get their hands on this.
I see. So you're telling us if we get you either the diamond or this book, you will, in exchange, give us that necklace.
Yes.
Okay. Deal.
Is anybody getting a read on this guy? I just like say not. I say like it's yeah.
Yeah, can we
Well,
let-
no, I can't.
I have
I
the
don't know. I don't know if
insight.
there's a language that he definitely doesn't know that we all know. Sylvan's not it, but
Does everyone speak Celestial?
You can speak Celestial.
Okay. And
I don't think so.
I speak
Let me see.
Celestial.
No, I don't.
What about Infernal?
No, I considered those, but no, I'm common, druidic, elvish, and Sylvan. So. Okay, damn. Well,
Thieves can't.
Yeah.
do you think he doesn't speak that?
And he probably speaks it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
so two options here. You guys could just go somewhere out of earshot, or even talk about it back at the shop, or I believe.
I have parchment paper and pen. I literally can like write down like what's your read on this guy, and
No.
just fucking, you know.
I forgot.
Can I roll insight?
Sure. You are inciting what exactly? A riot?
Sorry, my Discord connection's been going in and out, but I know we were trying to kind of get a feel of his intentions or something.
Yeah, get a read on him.
Okay. Yeah, easy read there. He doesn't seem to be lying at all. Like, honestly, your read of this guy is that he's maybe a little dumb or at least very naive. He doesn't.
Oh, the name checks out.
He doesn't seem like he's the dumbest person alive, but he does seem quite foolish, and perhaps taken to believe fanciful things. But he doesn't seem to have any intention of deceiving you. He does genuinely want. He's willing to. I lost my train of thought. You were asking. Oh, right. Yes. No, it doesn't seem like he's trying to like, you know, get the thing from you guys and hold this thing away. Honestly, it seems like he only recently has become aware of this thing's value, and perhaps by recently, since like maybe the last couple days, maybe the start of this conversation, realized that the thing around his neck is worth more than just the weight around his neck.
Yeah. I think we've struck a deal. So maybe
Okay.
we could
Yeah, that's fair.
go-
Guess we can ask him about like how the heck he got this thing to begin with.
He stole it from his former employer.
Yeah, I mean, be kind of curious to learn more about his former employer.
Yeah, me too.
I'm gonna guess. Well, Professor Tarun is probably very uncomfortable stealing from a museum.
Who ever said anything about stealing, my dear friend?
So, the Tenrei
Liberating.
the Tenrei Museum is something like anything that you could steal from, but it is also the sort of place that Tenrei is. A lot of stuff is for sale. Things in the museum are things that you can get your hands on in like legal ways as well as illegal ones.
Well, I mean, I consider it more borrowing, as to use a euphemism of our friends
Yes. Yes.
Just
Yes,
that
I
we
mean-
can do it legally.
Yeah.
I
Spends
mean,
money in this day and age when you can do things for free.
I mean, who
Yeah.
owns the stuff that's in the museum anyway? If a
Is
museum
it-
is housing rich history, that belongs to the people.
I was thinking it was like
It
the
may-
British Museum.
Yeah.
It may pass hands, and some of it's already been stolen. You stole what's been stolen?
So some of the stuff in the museum is like the sort of stuff that people would, like rich people would have on loan, partially because it's got better security than their houses would. Partially because like what good is it going to do them sitting on a mantelpiece? Some of the stuff in there is just stuff that has washed through Tenrei, like, you know, odd, not very impressive things like, oh, here's a fragment of a ship that was rumored to blah 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 blah. There is, even though this is no like University of Unqua, there is like a department for appraising, analyzing, doing some sort of investigative research on things. So as far as who owns what, it's kind of on a per item basis, but either rich people, the museum itself, or no one really.
maybe Tycho has a connection with someone in the department.
Maybe we can
Yeah.
check the book out like a library. Maybe we can be like, oh, we just need to borrow this, you know, and
I
then
was
like,
thinking we just walk in and just talk to them and see where it goes.
yeah, absolutely.
Maybe Shalim knows something bad about the museum owner.
You know what? Tycho, I want for you to roll me. Let's see. This would be like your profession. So give me history to see who and what strength of connection you got going on.
Oh, wow.
Quite good. Quite good.
We're rolling high, aren't we?
Hot diggity daffodil. Yeah. So, yeah, you absolutely have connection. You've got a couple. You know a couple of the like specialists at the museum, like the guy who, in your opinion, is a bit of a yutz. Like, obviously doesn't know his stuff as well as he should, but the one who's the quote-unquote expert on worldsmith artifacts, you know him and have humbled him on occasion as he was trying to explain things during public tours. You also know the, I guess it is the curator, the one who operates the museum. What's the title of that person? I don't know. The person.
Curator, yeah.
Okay.
Probably, yeah.
We'll go with the curator then. The curator of the
Yeah.
museum, you know them as well. You don't know them, like, you guys aren't, like, super well acquainted, but you know you have done some work for her in the past, as far as, like, hey, I'll give you, like, $20 if you can tell me what this is, sort of stuff. So, yeah, those are your two best connections there. The other people that you know in this stuff are kind of not, they're in and out. Like, wandering scholars will come in sometimes and be like, oh, professor, yeah, it's so good to see you. I'm gonna go get myself killed in the wilds, so see ya.
Well?
Kill myself.
Have
Yeah,
we
each
already
class
concluded our business with Spills?
I'm not quite finished. I still want to know who his employer was.
Okay.
Mm.
Please continue.
My dear friends, who was your employer then?
His name, I'll look it up in a second. He gives you a name, which, I think, well, probably, yeah, except for, so, that's actually except for two people. So, Shalim, Lynx, and Tycho, the three of you recognize the name of this person. They are a art collector of some notoriety. They are rumored / more or less confirmed to have been the boss of a crime syndicate that operated out of the Lawless Tumult like decades ago. They've long since given that up now that they're like rich and well set. Spills worked for them as a acquisition, the person who you send to go like pick up things and not courier.
Errand boy.
Yeah, errand boy.
Oh.
Like the person that you like, I trust you enough to take this money that is a lot and give it to this person for this rare thing.
Looks like I'm new.
That's your
Yeah.
well, yeah. It's like they're like could be like your minion.
An
There's
art
a different.
mule. We'll go with that one. I
It's
like
your,
it.
your henchman, or it's your henchman.
But
Your
yeah,
associate.
so as Spills explains that there was the two of them had a falling out because he went to go pick up a thing, and the thing that he was picking up turned out to be a living person, and Spills is not about that slave life. So he took what he had, like the stuff that he had already gathered on that trip for his boss, and just kind of quit on the spot.
Nice.
All right. Well, he's a man of principle.
Well, we're friends already.
Yeah,
Okay,
he definitely
so-
rises in Link's estimation.
I got like two more things with the guy. Look,
I say in Sylvan, good on you. I like the cut of your jib. Second time I've said that today.
a question for you, my friend. How did you get the name Spills the Soup?
No, we already know that.
I just have to ask.
We just want to hear him tell the story.
I just want to hear the story from him.
You didn't even need an insight roll for this. Like, this is just straight up him, like, lying to you guys, like, openly. It's like, oh, when my mother was raising me, she once accidentally spilled some soup on my head, and he, like, shows a little white patch that he's got up there, and that's, it looks like the soup spill, so they call me Spills Soup because of that reason and for no other.
So he's embarrassed about his tendency to spill soup and be clumsy.
It would seem so, yes.
All right, last
I say
thing.
we Oh, go ahead.
Well, I say that we just have him wait at the Winking Weird for us.
Oh yes, we could put him up. Yes, we could put him up for the night or so.
Yeah.
Yes, help him out, so that he could feel safer.
Oh, he's
Yep,
very open to that.
I think that's a lovely idea.
So my character's how's about to spill the soup? Go on up to the Winking Weird, spend the night, have a soup on the house. Try not to spill it.
He's
one spilled.
like slightly
afraid.
taken aback, like, why would I spill it? Yes, thank you. Thank you. And as he's like sort of backing away, and then he like comes back a little bit, and he's like, where exactly is the Winking Weird?
We can take you up there.
Yes, perhaps through the back door.
We're pretty much done here, so I think we can just get back in it.
Here we go. So his former boss's name was Sesto the Poet Monet.
Can you spell it?
You know what? Yeah. I went to all the trouble of finding where I wrote it in a document. I can just post it.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna post it in the personal logs chat on Foundry. Sesto the Poet Monet.
It's a great name.
Yeah.
So he got his name, the Poet, by famously whenever he would have somebody killed, the person that he sent out there to be doing the killing would read to this person some poetry that he had written before finishing the job. Think of the sort of situation where somebody's chained up, dangling over a vat of acid as this guy's like reciting poetry until you're dead. Allegedly. Nobody can prove it, of course.
I bet it's like really bad poetry, and that like by the time you're halfway through it, you're like, oh, just death cannot come soon enough. May have mercy on me.
Lynx, are you? Can you hear?
Ooh.
Yeah, you're on. Yeah.
So you have you know about the Poet, and even though he hasn't been a player in the certain circles for quite some time, like he has a bit of a reputation as at once being like kind of a joke in those circles, but at the same time kind of feared because like he was actually a big scary deal at the same time. So that's kind of like why he could get away with being so ridiculous.
Okay.
Spills will go to. Yeah, I mean he can go to the bar there. What are you guys up to? Has everybody done any shopping that they wanted to do?
Yeah, I did a bunch of shopping. I did like a fuck ton of shopping.
Well,
I need to unload some things.
I'll leave you guys on this map for anyone who didn't shop yet. Because I don't have another map to put you on just yet. So, where is your next destination?
Well,
I thought we're gonna escort him back, right?
Oh, right, yes. So, yeah, you guys, easily done. Take him back to the safety and comfort of the Winking Weird, where, he is put up free of charge. Although you tell Sam, like, don't give him any of the good stuff.
Don't give him any soups. They just spill all of it.
Anything but soup.
It looks like soup of any kind. Don't give it to him.
Sam's like, I had the charity special. I gotcha.
Oh yeah, can you just like ask your person to like keep an eye on him? I don't want anybody to be trying to steal that or trying to sell that thing off to them. Find himself a better deal.
Yeah, I'm just gonna tell Sam like just make sure no one tries to chat up, spill the soup here.
Yeah, make sure he doesn't spill the soup. No soup shall be spilled.
Lynx.
Yes.
Could you, if you would like, you could you could get some protection going for this guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
So roll. Okay. I'm gonna say intimidation, but not to intimidate anyone. Just that is what I'm going to use as your stat for like connections that you have, if that makes sense.
Right.
So roll intimidation to see what you can rustle up favor wise.
Wrong one.
Oh wow, natural 20. Yeah, okay. So
Beautiful.
Lynx is like, I know a guy, and apparently there's a guy. You guys don't see a guy. There's no like evidence that you are aware of that there's a guy, but Lynx assures you that there is a guy, and he's definitely on all over top of this. And yeah, Lynx, there is a guy, and he's he's a professional.
Excellent.
He's a nat 20 professional.
Yeah, no, he's got. I'm making a note
That
here
guy.
that way safe. There we go.
First name
Alright.
natural, last name 20.
Question: how do I look at the wares for sale? I tried clicking around.
You
So,
click on their names or
yeah.
on their
And
ones
they're
that
all
are
taken.
named.
If you,
Mhm.
what I can do to help here is I will remove anyone who is not a merchant.
I clicked on the merchant, but nothing happened.
Double.
I clicked
Double
on
click?
the diligent. Oh. Ooh.
Ah, yeah.
Wait.
Just and if you haven't bought anything, if you haven't done buying and selling, just when you see there your stuff, it'll be like consumables or tools or whatever. But you see on the right hand side, there's going to be a stack of coins and there's going to be a $sign. If you want one of the items, click on the $sign. If you want all of the items like in that stack, you would click the coins because that's going to give you the whole stack. So if that's an expensive thing and you only want one, make sure you don't click on that.
You can also use the trade tab there if you want to be exchanging items that you have in addition, but it's easiest just to do it through the inventory.
This guy's deceiving. He's standing in front of a stall full of food, but he's not selling any food.
Yes, we know why he's deceiving.
Oh yeah, you're right. So their inventory is randomly generated from a shop list. Do you want some like food? I can give him some rations for you to buy.
I'm good.
Okay.
I think that's Asenia's character is just obsessed with food.
Yeah, it's just her character. She sees food and she gets excited.
Well, you're in luck because Diligent here has some fresh and delicious dune buds made from the finest grains from the nearby sand world of planet name. A rare delicacy, she assures you.
Wait, dune bugs?
Dune buns.
Oh, dune buns. Oh yeah, I'll eat that.
They've got a sweet and savory texture with a slight sandy finish.
Not sure about the aftertaste, but the other parts are good.
The face on that icon is terrifying.
Oh wait, which one?
Diligent. If you zoom in,
Oh, I
terrifying.
thought it was cute.
God.
Basically, like, if Scream became like a merchant someday, he quit his day job. Ain't nobody need ghosts anymore.
Nostalgic alchemist isn't that much better.
Wait, so how do I get a dune bun?
It's fine. It costs like a copper. Don't worry about it.
Oh, what? Okay.
So it looks like the artifact that guy is wearing around his neck is the top one from it's like the multiple disc, but it's like the very top one.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give it to you, but remember that the image of all of them laid out before is not as detailed as it looks. It's just the outlines of
Okay.
them. But
Okay.
yeah, I mean, you're right. It's the top one.
are you gonna have something like drawn up that's gonna be
Yeah,
like more representative?
I'll get
I
something
got you.
for next time. Where were we? You guys had... Oh, right, I left you on this map so that shopping could happen. So, you saw Spills, back to the Winking Weird, safe and sound, and guarded by some sort of invisible guardian. What is your guys' next destination?
You say
Well-
about going to the museum and leveraging Tycho's connection.
Alternatively, we could try to find a diamond.
Yeah.
Well, also, can we, you know, I was thinking, I don't know what else, what anybody else bought like while shopping. Should we go back to where we live and maybe like put some of our items away and maybe like see what we might need, just bring with us what we might need to accomplish the mission in the museum?
Absolutely.
Just to be as prepared as we can be before heading over there. And I would say like, if our first first option is, to go in and specifically speak to them, maybe if we had something with bartering or that can, or that could help make the bartering process go more smoothly. Like if we either need to if we have something of value and we need to prove its value or vice versa. But then also if things don't go well that way and we need to obtain this book, this Necrotelenomicon, via different means, we might want, to bring stuff for that as well.
So I have thieves' tools already, but I also have forgery as a thing that is a proficiency. If I could get my hand on a forgery kit, like if we're like, oh yes, we are the owners of this thing, or this is an official transaction that we should have this item in our possession.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely we need to go back to home base to get sorted, right?
Yeah.
That's fun.
Foundry just
Definitely.
crashed for me, so give me a second to reload. But, yeah, let me see if the shady merchant over here in the corner has a forgery kit
Oh,
for
I
you.
didn't.
I wasn't sure if
I was being shady on the other side of the map.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if I had seen that, but I did buy some ink, and then some parchment and just stuff for like writing. But yeah, if you needed that.
Ooh, costume clothes. I forgot. I'm still a changeling, so.
And I
could
do
definitely
need.
I could definitely disguise myself as one of these museum
Yeah.
curators.
That's a good point. Yeah, I actually think I got I have fine clothes, and then I think I bought some regular clothes too, because just in case you need to appear differently at different times.
This will probably take some convincing to convince Tycho to go along with this plan, but if you impersonate one of the museum folks and Tycho's with you, that would add a lot of credence to it. Walking out with a fucking book.
That's true, actually. We just need to knock out one of the museum folks.
Also, would Tycho feel better if we were able to arrange it to where the book was just being borrowed?
Let's just talk to them first.
Yeah.
Let's see where that goes. We can always come back in with a different plan if that doesn't work.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe some of us would probably just be, visiting the museum that day just to visit because we enjoy museums and whatnot, while, maybe just the two of you
We'll try to talk to them.
go up to speak, yeah.
What we could do as well is not split the party, but make it look like we're a part of different groups.
Yeah.
So that so that we can listen in on how things are going, but if it seems like it's not going too well with, one approach.
yeah, we could be on a date. Yeah, we like there could be date, or it could be like it could literally be like a group, or further from that, we could be students of this professor here.
Ah.
Yeah, and
Nope.
this professor has a really good friend or a really good associate. Yeah, a fellow associate from.
Let's just start
Yeah.
with talking first, and then
Okay.
we.
This is
circle back.
talking. It's talking.
Just talking. We're all just talking. We're having a friendly conversation.
Well, yeah, we're just,
Like the pistols come out.
can you damn it, can you move me to the office, the freelance office,
Uh,
so that I can?
is everybody done shopping? Because if I switch scenes, it's gonna pull everybody out.
Okay.
Done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Thank you.
I didn't know what to
There you go.
buy, so I didn't buy anything.
That's okay. You don't have to.
The other shop.
Was there music the whole time?
Yeah.
Dang it! I had my volume down.
Yeah, I've always got
I
some
don't know.
background music going of some sort, except when something's creepy going on, and that's when I turn it off, and that's how you know.
How you know?
I kind of show Isinia like, oh, I know you said you didn't get anything. I can show you some of what I got, and if you need to borrow anything in the meantime, like this is for all of us to whatever we need to accomplish.
Thank you. I tried double clicking on my locker, but nothing happened.
Oh. Let me fix that. I know what the problem is.
Shalene was just playing pool by himself.
Okay, you should be able to do it now.
Yeah, I can see it now. I have nothing.
Oh,
It sounds so sad.
I bought a blanket today. If you need a blanket,
Oh,
just in case.
I'm the bathrooms.
Oh yeah. Okay. So I know. Yeah. Links had said. Links had said that they were proficient in forgery and thieves' tools, and I was kind of wondering like what everyone's strengths and weaknesses were. I understand if nobody wants to share weaknesses, but strengths, just so we know, like just a little bit of what we can, sort of like bring to the. Like you all today learned that I speak Sylvan, so that was helpful. And then you.
I talk good. I talk pretty. That's the TLDR.
I have 20 charisma, so yeah.
Oh,
you're
dang,
very,
that's
very
great.
charismatic. Yes.
What class are you?
You talk.
I'm a bard.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, you're a very, very good bard. My goodness, you got us a really great deal, and then you didn't have to spend any money at the store, and you got me offering you blankets. I mean, you just pull it out of us.
You're so kind.
You don't even have to try. But yeah, like I did even get like a few extra weapons and stuff too. Just in case.
So what are we doing next? We're gonna go to the museum.
Museum, yeah. I'm gonna try to sweet talk the museum owners, or threaten or cajole, just generally talking. We'll let Professor Tycho lead the way.
Shoot. Shalim is gonna need to, I'll send a list, but you should have 2 level 1 spells.
I do. Pretty sure, at least.
You got 2
you can
cantrips.
pack it.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you a list of what spells there are for level 1, and you can pick them. I don't know that it will be necessary for this session, but just in case, I want to make sure that you have that. I'll send it in Dark Whispers.
Sounds good.
Just pick from the first level stuff.
Sure. 2, right?
Yeah.
So what do performance roles do? Is it meant as a distraction?
So any of the roles you can use for anything you want to like pitch to me as an idea, but performance is generally how well you play your instrument,
okay.
acting, not necessarily deception, but like if you're, let's say that you're trying to flatter someone, like, oh, this is the greatest food that you've made, you can roll performance to like, oh no, really savor it, like chew it in the mouth, like, oh good, it's so good.
Okay. I have a +7 for that one.
Nice.
I think I know what happened. It looks like that those cantrips are actually in the list of spells. So Eldritch Blast and Minor Illusion are both in the Warlock spell list.
Are you on the first level tab? Because there's up near the top there, there's like a bunch of tabs. Like I think
shit! I got you. I got it. Yeah. I'm sorry. I am somewhat still out of it from my travels.
No worries. All of this, like what we're playing, how we're playing it, like all that stuff is a little different than like we would be doing if we were all at the same table with paper and pen.
Yep, that's definitely true. Okay, so just add these and just write it down what they are, I guess, because it's not really saying that I can. It's not letting me select anything from the. It just tells me to like write it down.
Yeah, just tell me which ones you want and I'll add it. Let me find some good museum music while you do that. So you guys are headed to the museum. It is currently, let's see, it's like 6 in the afternoon right now. Do you guys want to head around that time, or do you want to wait until the next day? It's up to you. I'm just checking.
Wait, it's what time?
Open?
So Tenrei doesn't really have a sun, so the time of day is like it's a generally agreed upon thing, but stuff does tend, not all stuff, but a lot of stuff is open 24/7 since the daylight doesn't really go away. The museum, I think, probably closes around like 8 or so, just because there's a lot of upkeep and stuff to be done there. But
okay, my vote is to head there, but open to whatever else.
the dog. Alright. There we go.
Unless you need time for the map.
So I don't actually have a map for that one, but that's okay. We don't need a map all the time.
Actually, you know what? Sorry, I'm gonna edit one of these.
I will just boop. We're on a narration screen now.
I just got done swapping something right when you hit that screen.
You got
so
done.
That's good.
Got done doing what?
I was like switching things in and out of my backpack and then into that and in my locker.
Oh.
Yeah, and then like it was like right when I hit the button and it does the thing, suddenly the screen changed to this. like to this scene. So I was like, oh, just in the nick of time.
Changing mold. All right, I think I've decided my my spells.
Okay.
Oh, for like what's prepared.
I think it's just that I have 2 spells.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Warlocks can just kind of get swifty with that stuff.
That's pretty cool.
Okay, so it is around like 7 when you guys. Oh, you know what? I will put you on the map. I'll put you on the Tenrei map so that you can see where stuff is. As soon as that loads for everyone. Oh, which gives me a second to add these spells. So yes, it's still open. Are you? So it sounds like some of you are gonna like be casually looking around, like, oh, we're here to look at the art, and others of you are gonna be like, I need to talk to someone who's in charge.
I'll
So
be leading the charge on that one.
Yeah, I think that Tycho is gonna lead, and then maybe Messinia and myself can be at his side.
Yeah. Maybe I can launch a performance of how much I value the arts and would really
Yeah,
like a copy of that book for
that could be a favorite. Oh, or a student. My most, yeah, uh, my
Your best
greatest student. Yeah.
You have a former and current student with you.
Okay, so let's do deception from Shalim, performance from Isinia, and then either history's your best stat for your stuff, right?
Yeah.
So give me history for that one, as that'll be your like profession role.
How did I pull up the character?
Fucking 10.
How did I pull up the character sheet?
Oh, shoot. Uh, well, there's 2 ways to do it. Can you see on the upper right of those little icons? There's like one that looks like 3 people.
Yep.
If
I see.
yeah,
I got it.
yeah, okay.
Yep. You said deception check?
Yes.
Woo!
I mean, that's what he does.
Okay.
I think we need 1 check from Messinia.
Yeah.
I rolled.
Yeah, she did. It was a hidden roll, which is
Oh, I see.
Which is good. I mean, I should probably be asking for that so that you guys don't know if you succeeded or not, but it doesn't matter that much.
Oh.
No, it's fine. I haven't been asking because it doesn't matter. Okay, so Tycho, come on, man. Rolling 5s out here. Her name is...
He's a terrible liar.
Well, you're not deceiving anyone. You're just pulling your weight around.
And they're just like, get out of here at this point.
I think he in the back of his mind he knows this is a giant ruse and it's very uncomfortable for him.
Let's see. I know I wrote it down somewhere. Her name is Darby. Yes, Darby. Oh, I can't read that. It is Darby Fitzcharles. Yes. I'm just gonna post it in chat. I don't know why I bother. Where's it? Personal logs, right? Yes. Is the name of the curator of the museum. She is successfully duped that you have brought 2 students with you. But she is a little suspicious as to why you are there in the first place.
My dear Darby, I'm clearly here to see a book, a book about a thing about a book. Oh dear.
Oh,
Shalim, please explain.
Okay, so I guess it's to me then.
okay, so she is as successfully convincing and stumbling over yourself as you are. She's like, okay, you have my interest then. What book exactly are you so flustered about?
What was the book? It was the book of
The
necromancy,
Necrotelemachus.
Necrotelemicon. My dear Darby, we're here on a very interesting topic. We're fascinated by necromancy. So if you could find us the book for Telenecronomicon, we'd be most indebted to you. It's merely an academic nature, as you can see by my friend here. He's doing research for a special paper of his.
Yes, that's right. That's
On the nature of necromancy, a history and treatise by Professor Tycho. We're here to help him.
All of that seems very reasonable, I suppose. However, I'm not entirely sure that I can help you. We don't have such a book. I can check our logs, but we don't have anything by that name in display, at least.
Can we roll insight to see if she's lying?
Absolutely.
All right, let me roll insight. I guess I'll make this a private roll.
An investigation instead of insight.
Sure. Actually, before that, the two that are not pretending to be students, give me an insight or an investigation to see if you can find any things being displayed.
Private roll?
Or
does it not matter?
Nah, I mean, let's just keep the rolls open for now.
I don't know how I even did a hidden roll. It wasn't intentional.
Above the
It's selected.
Oh.
I don't know if you guys can see the map notes, but maybe it's invisible. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Exenio. In order to do hidden roll, if you go on the top,
I see
to the right of the screen, you see it?
Yeah, I made it public again. I might have misclicked and accidentally made it private earlier.
Everything's in order now, at least. So this, I don't know if you guys can see the map notes, but this location right here is the Tenrei Museum where you are currently at.
Okay.
So let's see here, links and Furiosa?
Yes.
Did you give me a investigation?
I can.
Well,
yeah,
you and Lynx are pretending to be patrons, right?
Yeah, just like people just visiting.
Yeah, so
I'm trying to just blend into the crowd.
Yeah.
So Asinia, Shalim, and Tycho. She doesn't seem to be lying, at least. She does seem like she genuinely does not know of any possession of that book.
We must check the back.
Oh.
Did you want me to do investigation though?
Yes, I did.
Yes. Okay.
Enter library loans.
Lynx and Furiosa, you are not. Sorry, I just got a thing. Right. So there are a number of like books and stuff that are on display, but none of them, are A, intact, and B, fit the description, of what this book is supposed to look like with the skull and the mouth and all of that. So yeah, pretty sure that if they had it, it would be in the places that you could see at least. Unless it was in the back, which will... Okay, so when you're like, oh, we'll have to check the back or whatever, she's... I'm so sorry, I don't know that I can allow you in the back. That's... Those...
Can I try to...
Oh,
Can I
no.
try to persuade or charm?
Or can I ask her, oh, could you please check the back where the archives? It's a book with a skull on it.
I suppose, sure, for the for the good of these students and the up and coming minds in our field, I suppose that I can check the back. Yes. And she will head back there. Is anyone gonna do anything in the time that it takes for her to look for stuff?
I'll
Um,
wanna
I-
investigate.
Yeah, you go.
No, I don't think so.
Sorry, I think my sound cut out. Who was saying stuff?
Oh, I wanted to investigate while she went to the back.
What are you investigating?
To see if there's anything hidden behind the books or just anything that seems out of the ordinary, or if it looks like someone might have taken something.
So, the books that are on display, there does appear to be two, like there's little what are they? The plaques or standy uppy cards things that temporarily not for display on two of the books that were in there. Like one is like it's being repaired or touched up or whatever, and the other one is like I don't know the bureaucratic way to say it was stolen without saying it was stolen. But neither of those two books were listed as the Necrotelonomicon, and the little artistic renderings of both of those books also don't match the description. I mean, one of them is just it was, at least in the picture that they've drawn, the front half of a cover, some torn up pages, and then the back cover. And then the other one that is no longer there looks like it was, just like a spell book from some allegedly famous wizard that was found on a one of the worlds in the Verge Wild. But both of them do not fit the description of what you are looking for.
Very curious that Spills would tip us off here.
Maybe he was lying to us.
Or just, incompetent.
But is there more than one museum here?
Sorry, what?
Is there more than one museum here, or a place that's like a museum, or like a library, or?
So yes, there is a library. Although the library wouldn't have like an old tome of this nature. The stuff that they have, anything of like value worth protecting or whatnot is going to be in the museum or in a private art gallery. The library would have, general books, the common knowledge stuff, reference and young adult or whatever.
I wonder if they ever loan things. Or what is that Nova Imports place?
So Nova Imports is one of the main draws of Tenrei. It is the only place in free space that is like an outlet for the corporate alliance businesses or whatnot. So yeah, if I forgot to mention this earlier, if anyone, oh my god, I completely forgot entirely. Back when you guys were at the offices, the thing that Gideon was checking on, what he was able to pull for you is that it would be possible to get a diamond through Nova Imports, but the fee is it's significantly marked up, right? Because the way they explained it, what with the handler's fee and the express shipping and all of this and that and the magical fees that they tack on, a diamond of the type that you are looking to get would easily cost you 2,500 gold, which
2,500, so 2,500 gold.
yes,
I think we have that much collectively.
you do.
So,
But
some of us not shopping.
True, but so you got your bonus there of like an extra 700, but the 2,500 gold would pretty much eat up your entire for the prepayment, I guess, the half up front payment that you got from Renee. But
We should get Renee to pay for it.
you could try.
That's our best answer here. If we can't find the Necronomicon.
If we can't find it, maybe I can do some street performance and earn some more money.
Yeah.
It could take a while to busk for that much, but it's possible. Especially if you're down in the docks districts, you got those sailors in and out. You might be able to pull it off in like a month or two.
Oh, did Gideon ever figure out, or did he ever get some intel on why, oh my goodness, Commander Cold Iron or whatever was sort of weird with the captain, temporarily not wanting the captain to talk to us about this stuff?
So, here, let's just take a little sidebar here and let me read you what you guys know about those two. So the good captain. Oh, you know what?
It's like Tuskert, right? Tuskert?
You know what I can do? I can just have it show up in chat.
Oh my goodness! Perfect.
So yes, that is Captain Tuskert's little blurb there. I won't give you the full one for Cold Iron because a lot of it is just explaining what his race is, but that's his.
Is it a commander? The one above the commander was gift shipmates.
Yes, that is Captain Tuskert. Gift shipmates who make up the bulk of his crew on most gift vessels are disciplined sailors. Tuskert himself is very by the books and uptight, but a man of very strong morals and principles, willing to overlook certain things if ultimately they do more good that might otherwise be achieved by sticking to the rules. So he's willing to bend the rigidness of things in order to, he's got a better heart than he does rule book, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Cold Iron is so the commander is cunning, inspiring, and merciless in equal parts. A skilled leader, he can use his spikes of psionic energy to compel the sailors he commands to push beyond their limits. This is not to say that he can damage them with his brain, but a morale thing directly into their head, if that makes sense. While he is much less forgiving than his captain, he is unwavering in his loyalty, even if this contradicts the rules that he so rigidly adheres to, which is a roundabout way of saying that if it was left to him, he would stick strictly to the book, but when the captain is around, he will allow the rules to be bent because he is more concerned with following the captain's orders than he is to sticking to the rules and regulations to the T.
It's a good thing they found each other.
Yes, well, to your knowledge, Tuskert hired Cold Iron for a reason.
he knew what his soft spots were that he needed,
But
help with.
given what you know of the two, Gideon wasn't really able to turn up much beyond that. There's really no way that he would be able to, other than like trying to talk to the two of them directly, which was going to be a dead end. But given what you know about the two of them, specifically the somewhat unreadable Cold Iron, the disagreement there more than likely came down to like a rules thing. Like Tuskert was willing to tell you because he didn't see the harm in it, whereas Cold Iron was probably like, "We're not supposed to do this. What are you doing?"
I gotcha. That makes sense.
Now that could be sus. He might, the rules as written here might be that they're under contract, or it's important that they don't do this for some monetary or legal reasons. But it is also just as likely as, it is not our personal policy to give out information about our passengers or whatever. So it could go either way.
Okay.
Now.
Yeah, I think we can see if we can find the book. If not, I'm okay with giving up all of my gold to contribute to the diamond purchase.
Yeah, same.
Could we at least try to, finagle and finesse a little bit on the price?
Yeah, we can do that too.
So, Darby returns from the back, and tells you. So we do have a few items that have not yet been fully appraised. One of them is a book. Could you describe this tome to me?
Has a skull.
Okay. So we describe it. Probably the professor should take the lead on this.
Yeah.
Yeah. All I remember is the skull part.
With some lines coming down out of the mouth. Lines coming down out of the mouth or something, right?
Yeah, I mean
it's rather scary.
It looks like, a talking skull. Is the main.
Rather scary. Army of Darkness. It looks a little bit like that Necronomicon.
And so she sort of like nods as she listens to your guys' description. And what is the purpose of this tome?
Research.
That's what we want to ascertain. We want to understand Nancy better for the purposes of the professor's research.
If we did have such a book, it seems as though, given the nature of what you were telling me, I don't know that I would feel comfortable letting it out of the care of the museum. No offense. I'm sure that you're all very read up on the proper procedures for research and whatnot. But if this tome does contain some sort of magic, you understand it would represent a liability on our part to let such a thing be, out of our chain of custody, as it were.
Is the museum at all familiar with the Winking Weird and the line of work that we do?
So
probably
between Tycho's like general operating knowledge of these things, as well as your little connections around town, and then Isinia's passive insight on this one, the sort of language and like posture and whatnot that she's taking here, she almost certainly does have the book. And to your knowledge, there's not like a chain of custody or whatever things that she's making up. It seems like she has realized that there is some value to this thing, and is now doesn't want to let it go, because if it's valuable enough for people to come seeking, then it is valuable enough to be, kept for the museum.
Could I maybe either persuade or do performance to convince her it's not very valuable for patrons, but has like scholastic value for us? So
okay. Either do you want to Which one do you want to roll, and explain to me how you want that to go down?
Be persuasion,
Okay.
and I could try to persuade her. Oh, this thing is not very valuable, but with our research that we're conducting, now that could be of value, and we would acknowledge the museum if this research goes successfully, and then yes.
Okay, roll it with advantage because you've got your professor and your cohort with you. So yeah, persuasion with advantage. Natural 20, of course. She's listening to your impassioned pleas for the betterment of science. She yields to this, and she says, very well, very well. We do have what I believe to be the book that you're speaking of, but I need for you to promise me that that we will be credited in any papers published, that the book will remain unharmed, and that you will bring it back to us after, what, say a month? Is that enough time for you to get the research done?
So I'm
Like you probably
so I'm
could
not
give me a guarantee.
so this is not me talking to her, but just like talking to you, the DM. Because those are things we can't really promise, right?
So yes, here's what I will do. Make a hidden roll of either persuasion or deception, and you don't have to say which one, but which one you choose will decide whether or not you are going to be telling her the truth or lying.
Okay, and this is a normal hidden roll?
Yes.
Okay.
Is your alignment good?
Yes.
Okay, I gotcha. That makes sense.
Okay, you explain, basically, you're not sure if your paper will even get published, which is true. You're also, you can promise that the book will be well taken care of. It won't be, you guys aren't gonna like throw it around or beat it up or whatever. Where the truth becomes a little fuzzy is you're not sure how long that book's gonna be gone, right? Because in theory you're giving it to Spills, so that's not a promise that you can actually make in all truthfulness there.
Yeah.
I wonder if the protection Spills has could be employed to safeguard the book.
Yeah, so basically, like,
that's a good idea.
ma'am, it might take more than a month. I cannot promise a timeline at this point because research, can't be rushed.
So, okay, with your natural 20 on that persuasion skill, what I'm going to say is that she is willing to let you guys keep it for as long as you need, but she would like for you to essentially, what is that called? Not like a
Collateral.
Yes, thank you. She wants some collateral. She would like either some money, but preferable, what she would like is another like unique artifact item of some sort of value that they can.
Can we do a minor conjuration and just give something that looks valuable?
Sure. Sell it to me. Also, Asinia, I think we need to do your spells too. I forgot to get those fixed. But go on. What were you saying?
So, what I'm going to say is that we have in our possession, the great professor, as part of his research, brought a very ancient, very treasured treatise on the ancient philosophers and rhetorics of Tenrei. And what basically is, it's just gonna be a blank book with with a minor conjuration spell on it. It looks kind of like it's actually worthwhile, but it isn't. And with some deception, just you got to make sure you keep this in a vault because it'll fall apart if you touch it. But it sells for a really high price.
Okay. Okay, yeah, definitely give me a deception on that. I will give you advantage for the use of your spell.
Okay. Let me grab my character sheet again.
I feel bad for tricking her.
Advantage.
Another
There you go.
natural
Oh, shit.
20 there. I gotta stop giving you guys advantage. That's basically a guaranteed 20 at this point.
2 is a trend.
She absolutely understands. We'll lock it up immediately. As much as she is worried that that her book will be ruined, she is equally understanding that yours might as well. So we'll take clean suits. Only with like supervision will people look at this. I am going to give it, Asinia, I'm going to put it in your inventory. You now have an item called the Necrotelenomicon.
Nice.
How do I add spells?
Yes, let me...
Also, Arden responded. She took a nap. That's
Oh.
what happened.
That's actually a really good excuse. I'm cool with that.
I actually
Can't
had
argue.
laid down to take a nap, but I set an alarm though for just in case.
I just
Just
don't
in
sleep.
case.
Sundays
I'm way too afraid. Even if I just like lay there to like rest my eyes, I know that like I would just sleep right through it. So I'm gonna have to set an alarm. My anxiety won't let me fall asleep until I do.
Oh, she had a headache. I reread the text.
Oh no.
That's,
Yeah.
yes,
Well,
that is
that's-
understandable.
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah, when my head hurts, I can hardly do anything.
Sophia, I'm sending you a link. Pick two spells from the cantrips, and then 2 spells from the first level.
Is this a DM or is this a?
Yeah, it's in Fanciful Tales.
Oh, I see. So 2 from cantrip.
Yeah, and then 2 from first level.
Let's see. I'm not sure what these mean. I can do this maybe afterward,
That works.
so it doesn't hold up the story.
So yeah, okay. You guys are in possession of the book.
After like basically cheating someone out of it. It's okay.
Well,
You deceived Tycho as well, so he's like, oh,
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
as I say, you only had to like trick one of your party members and then one respected member of the community.
It's what
And
we
like
do. We get it done.
a soft sidestep on Asinia's morals as well. But otherwise, you guys are good.
Okay, let's go back to Winking Weird and share this with Spills.
So yeah, you get back to the Winking Weird. It is now, what is it, like? It's now like 10 in the evening. So the
Spills the soup. Spill any soup? That's all I want to know.
You ask as soon as you get in, and Sam is just like shakes his head before you even ask the question, and he kind of gestures. There's a pile of wet rags behind the bar, and he's just like, he's in room 2.
Watch your step.
John, no soup. It's in his name. He spills the soup.
It wasn't even soup. It was water.
Oh, well, I suppose not much can be done there.
To be fair, he did spill the hard food I gave him as well.
Oh, what a clumsy fool. All right, no need to fret.
Spills is overjoyed when you say that you have the book. He, can I? He pulls out his little necklace thing and holds it up and holds out his hand. He's like, "May we?"
Yes,
Wait,
I'm okay with that. If everyone else is.
we should probably ask first what he plans on doing. Like, is it like?
Yeah, we should
is he gonna
probably
eat,
like spend a little time with this. Like that. We don't have to go like too fast with it. Does anybody want to take a look over that book and just
So where's
inspect it?
I have
So-
it in my inventory.
we should probably peruse the book a little.
I could read it. So it says, the
I
book
think you can also
of.
click a button and it'll show it too.
Oh, how do I?
Yeah, there's a thing. There's a thing there where you can show it because otherwise, because I like to be able to have the information in my notes.
How do
but-
I do it?
If you click the picture of it in your inventory, it should. Yeah. Oh well, you got to do it as a public role, but yes, that is what do.
Oh, I don't know how to do it as a public. I just clicked on it.
Above language, where you see your roles in the bottom right hand corner, where it'll say language, common, and all that stuff. One of those things is going to be lit up green, and it's probably for you right now the one that looks like a bandit or something.
Oh, language. It says common.
Right above that. Right above
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Yeah. If you click on the one that's just the dice, then that's going to
Got
be
it.
the public one.
Okay.
And then, yeah. Cool. Thank you so much. Awesome.
Oh, requires attunement.
Yes, it is a rather powerful item. Speaking with the dead is no mean feat, especially by those not versed in the arcane arts.
So basically, like if spills the soup on this Necronomicon, the book's gonna destroy itself.
The warlock, my warlock friend here, the nature of most magic items, certainly this book, they are not generally destroyed in such like an easy fashion. Destroying a magic item usually requires some sort of like magical spell, or when it is used up, sometimes these things will expend themselves or whatnot. But spilling stuff on it, probably even trying to rip pages out would not function to make this book not work right. Which is not to say it is indestructible, but as long as somebody's not like trying real hard to destroy it, most magic items can hold up to like regular wear and tear. This book does look remarkably well preserved. Like, it is certainly ancient. The texts inside swim before your eyes as you merely borrow your power from your patron and do not you've not studied it at length. But you can feel, and Johnny confirms and wishes to, he's whispering some things into your head right now about what you should do with that book, but yeah.
Johnny.
Especially with your passengers' desire to keep it, this book is fairly powerful and rare. Giving it away is certainly the easiest and best way to get that artifact from him, but if you were to keep it, it would certainly be something that you could make use of. It is up to you guys to decide how you want to deal with that information.
Oh, we need to find out what he's gonna do with it, right? And like, is he
That's
just
the
gonna
main thing.
use it and give it back, or
Well, the other thing is like, is he gonna summon some evil spirits to kill us all?
I mean, yeah, like if he wants to communicate with the dead, if he wants to ask them questions, I can't remember. Did he say that this was? Well, yeah, he said this was for a job for somebody else. Like, so even though he allegedly doesn't work for his former employer, Sesto the poet Monet, it seems he's somebody. Yeah, like what he said. Allowing his I can't explain. Yeah, he said he can't explain why, because he said he's not clear on exactly what he's supposed to do with the information that he's going to obtain or what it is, or he'll be talking with. Yeah, like it was a cellar. Yeah, he has a cellar set up.
I want to know if he knows where the other artifacts are and get more info from him.
Oh, I don't know why it says Bubs. That's weird. So he can tell you that information once the trade is complete. Because at this point he's kind of like, you have the thing I need. Give me the thing I need. Of course we'll give you this thing, and
Yeah.
I'll also answer your questions. Just please give me the thing. I thought we talked about this.
Yeah,
Yep, we would like the thing in our possession first. Definitely.
Put it on the table. We'll put the book on the table.
And we need to make sure it's not an illusion spell or anything like that. He has not illusion spelled us.
Yeah.
Anything like that.
So
If anyone has detect magic, now's the time. Otherwise, just roll Arcana.
That's me. I have detect magic.
Lay it on us.
Oh, I'm laying it. It is getting laid. It has, well, where do you want it?
Just wherever.
Oh God, I can't. I can like not even see most of the map. That's so weird. Just lay it down.
Yeah, it does.
There.
It's mostly just to have expended the spell slot.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I see.
this artifact is magic. It is not an illusion spell. It has some very old and very powerful magic. The sort of magic that does not, when you detect magic, you can usually tell like what school of magic, the general like vibe of it. This magic is ancient. It doesn't really have like that sort of affiliation with like enchantment or illusion or anything like that. This is like more raw, more primal magical energy, but it is faint. It is not super powerful. It's almost as if it was. So think of it like if somebody was painting with a brush and they had used up almost all the paint on the brush and then they painted something else. It's just got that lightest sort of influence coat of this magical paint on it. Not that it is actual paint, but this is the metaphor I'm giving.
Okay.
So yeah, he's like, are we doing this? Cause
My vote is to make the trade. I think
Same.
he's good intention.
I don't think it really makes sense not to. The Necro Telenomicon isn't of too much use to us right now, at least.
Okay. Alright, so can I give it to him?
yes, I will take away the book from you, and I will give you instead a strange plate. There you go.
And we may have the ability to barter another trade with him in the future to get that book back if we really wanted it.
So okay, he is willing to answer your questions now. The first one that I remember you guys asking at least was if he knows the location of another artifact. And in fact, he does, but it is not something that he wants to mess with. Because okay, some backstory he explains. So this piece that he has, as he said, he borrowed it from his former employer. This was part of a larger piece. It was some sort of like, as he's trying to describe it, as like a statue almost, like some sort of like art thing from the ruins. It almost looked like a blank face person holding up two spheres. And one of those spheres, inside of it, was this disc. And when he was transporting it to Monet, he knocked it. One of the spheres fell and broke open, and that disc was inside. Fortunately, his boss didn't know what it looked like beforehand, so there was no way. He wasn't like, "Oh, hey, I broke the thing." It was just like, "Oh, that must be what it looks like." But he is fairly certain that if this was in one sphere, that there is another piece of this in the other sphere. The problem being, and why he does not want to go get it, is because it is, first off, it's on Alcarsis, which is let me just pull you guys to the charted universe real quick.
Does Tycho recognize any of these stories about artifacts, being that he studied the world builders?
Yes. Let me. Yes. So the world builders, or the world smiths, got their name because they were, as the stories go, as the ancient tablets, as certain scholarly investigations and murals on ancient ruins have shown them literally building artificial worlds, like constructing an entire crystal sphere with its sun and its planets and moons and everything from scratch, essentially. They were also supposedly able to just create these currents of phlogiston throughout the stars. And this fits somewhat well with the theories of certain places. So over here in the Verge Wilds, there are a lot of very strange spheres, especially the rumors of a shattered one. That would be something that would require an immense amount of power, the sort of power that one would have to wield in order to create a crystal sphere. In the weird, there are 3 planets that everyone sort of universally agrees are not natural. Like, someone must have made them. They're too perfect. They're too isolated from everything else. The general consensus, like popular and scholarly, is that these were built, and they lend the most amount of credence to the legends of these worldsmiths existing. The artificial worlds and the weird don't have any evidence of like outside intervention. Like they're perfect, like Garden Eden worlds. There doesn't seem to be anything left behind by anyone who once or future inhabited it. It's just untouched paradises. The ruins in the Verge Wild that have been found, as well as like the tales, Furiosa, you have first-hand experienced a couple of this, but all of you, since you've started your time in Tenrei, have, in one form or another, seen things that were supposedly from Worldsmith worlds out in the wilds. But you, Furiosa, have actually been not on, but near a couple of them during your time with, is it Graham?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But each time that you got close to one of these, there was something very dangerous. The moon jellies would warn you of a coming storm, or there would just be too many dangerous space creatures protecting these spheres, which is, the goal is to get there, but so many people push beyond what is reasonable and get themselves killed.
Yeah.
But Tycho, yeah, the sort of artifact that he's describing, the sculpture of the person holding 2 spheres, that sounds like a common motif that you would see in a lot of the sculpture, not necessarily the murals or inscriptions or whatnot, but in a lot of the sculptures there is this figure holding one or many spheres. They, from best, like in your own research, this commonly represented and frequently seen figure is referred to in a couple different contexts as the cultivator. Supposedly, it is unclear if it was a deityistic figure or if it was just simply like if this was like a class or a profession of these worldsmiths. Whether or not it was a deity or a profession, because there's conflicting like translations for this. Either way, it was a very like high status thing. If you were a cultivator, assuming it was a profession, then you were like the best of the best. If it is the deity, then obviously main deity there. But yeah, you would definitely know if you saw this in like a gallery or whatever, you would know exactly what that is. You've seen it before. This is the first time that you have heard of there being something inside those spheres. Usually when you guys in your university and research and stuff, when you get these things in, you do the full rundown, like detecting magic, doing the scans, doing everything you can to like examine it without breaking it. This is the first time that you've heard of anything being inside these spheres, but you also don't make a habit of smashing stuff that's ancient.
Well, seems like we've got to get that other sphere, team.
Yep.
So
Yes.
Olkarsis is here. I don't know if you guys have your map notes turned on. I keep forgetting to check, but I think I can just show it to everyone. The description didn't show up. Oh well, whatever. This is the planet of like rich retirees and apparently ex-mob bosses and stuff, right on the edge of the corporate alliance there. Part of what makes it an exclusive place, part of the reason that a lot of like rich people would go there and not be bothered, is because there is only one way to get to it safely, and that is through one of these the little purple lines there. Those are slipstreams, which is not like the red lines and whatnot. Those are phlogiston flows. That is a naturally occurring phenomenon. When a spelljammer is sailing on it, it is quick and easy travel. A slipstream is kind of like if you had an open ocean with a bunch of buoys on it. Spelljammer ships can follow those to get where they're going safely, but it is not quick. And a lot of times these slipstreams are either like guarded or they have tolls or whatnot. That one to Olkarsis particularly is the planetary version of a gated community, if that makes sense.
It's the villages.
Yes, it is. It's the villages.
It's got a super high venereal disease issue.
Yes.
Space syphilis is just rampant.
I had a doctor tell me that when I served food at Olive Garden years ago. So it was a big problem there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, it's a huge thing in retirement homes in general, honestly.
Yeah, they don't use protection. Yeah.
Yep.
People gonna people it, I guess. I'm against the whole endeavor. So yes, that is what Spills has to say about that. Right. The other question that you would ask was what he wanted to use the book for. He is somewhat more sheepish about his response, but as much as he understands and can reveal a person that he not owes his life to, but owes a great debt to, and not in like a monetary way, needs to communicate with the dead, some corpse or remains of a dead thing specifically, but he doesn't know anything else about it other than that that this person will be meeting him on Vunqua, and has intentions to go way out in the edges of the wild. In like the lower left corner of the map there, you see those two little planets. The bigger one, which, you know, long and dangerous journey there. But that is as much as he knows about what the book is for. And this is also why, like, the book, because this was like a debt owed and not like a you know, thing that if you don't do this you'll die or whatever, the book was a high up goal, but the diamond was really what he needed to get done while he was here. Although if you want to give him information about how to get that diamond, that will be very expensive. You can give that to him.
Oh yeah, to go trade some stuff at that place. At the import place.
Sorry, what?
2,500 caps, right? Or got gold pieces, I mean.
No, I mean you can go get him a diamond if you want, but I was saying, like, if you wanted to, you could tip him off, like, here's how you would get one. I mean, if you guys are feeling generous and want to do
Yeah, I mean, that's what I would say.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to like get him a diamond, but you know,
okay.
There's no reason for that. But like, I would tell him how, like, you know. I'd be like, hey, I heard that you could get one up at the imports place.
Let me see here.
And you spill the soup. You spill the soup. So you might be able to get a good deal on it.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Spilling soup. What a ridiculous rumor. Who would make that up? Furiosa.
You spill the soup, they spill the diamonds, okay?
I will put this in your inventory since you're the one tipping them off. But he offers you a rare flower, which you are more than happy to accept. He offers you a strange blue flower known as a fortune's flower.
That is, I very much appreciate that. This kindness will not be forgotten.
He, you know, thanks you very much for your service. He's glad that you guys were able to do this in a non-violent, mostly legal manner.
Most emphasis on mostly.
You thought we were gonna play like murder hobos?
Well, he wasn't concerned with how it happened, but since, you know, you guys came back not covered in blood, he's for it. He also is very, you know, and very impressed with all of this. He says, he has every intention to spread the, like, reputation of you guys to anywhere that he travels. So, he's like, do you guys have, like, business cards or?
Yes.
Well, just make sure you let people know to stop by the Winking Weird whenever they come to Tenrei.
I'll tell you what.
And check out the helping hands. We're here to help.
I will tell you what. This is Spills. I forgot how to do his voice, so I'm just normal talking now. He holds out his gossip stone, his little bracelet, and he says, if you want, we can share contact info so that we can be in touch.
Of course, I always like
Yes.
more people.
Joke about the little LinkedIn QR code, but then he did that. So.
You know what? I should start a running note of whose contact info you have. So let's do that. Contact info, and now you have the addition of Spills.
So whenever we need to spill soup, you know who to call.
Well, and he knows how to call you guys should he have work for you.
Or soup that can't be spilled.
It's an unspillable soup!
Or soup that needs to be spilled.
Soup of infinite spilling.
There's a lot of ways to go with this one. But if you run across any unspillable goblets or bowls, definitely hit him up.
It was just water, though.
Alright,
Cool.
So I'm gonna assume that you guys will report back to Renee.
Home base.
Nah, screw Renee. I'm kidding.
I mean, you don't have to. It's really... It's what you like.
You see, we're making good progress.
You don't.
We've got some leads.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to be like, yo, we did a thing. Here's an update. But you can.
But I would say, like just leads have been strong, and we've got a we got a good lead, and we're following through.
That's on you guys, helping hands, folks.
Renee, well met.
But also, if they don't want to be involved and they just want the job done, it might be safer not to send any messages like that in case communications could be intercepted.
Are you talking about calling spills?
Mm-mm. No, I'm talking about giving Renee Acosta any sort of update. If she just wants the job done, then she just wants the job done, right? If we go mentioning things about what we're doing, well, that's communication that's going back and forth between us.
Tycho,
and them.
Unless you want to like not have done this, it seems like you're just gonna run and be like, "Yo, we did a thing."
Oh God!
I can wait.
No, it's just we don't want to leave a paper trail. It seems this is very sensitive business.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Excited.
I like to not leave any evidence of anything that I might have to later, just like in a court deposition. Yeah. I don't want this shown back to me.
Yeah.
Read to me, anything like that.
Was that the planet that has the statue with the spheres that we need to eventually get to? That's Sesto, right? That's where Sesto is?
Yes.
Okay, that's what
Sesto is there then. Okay.
Yeah.
I know you had said that, like the crime syndicates, whatever, like Dre's higher there, but that's specifically where he lives at too.
Yeah, that's
okay.
And he specifically is the one who has the thing.
Oh God. And then and this is why he doesn't want to go there and get it himself. That makes sense. That totally makes sense.
Well, also it's not like he has no skin in that game. Like, no
Yeah.
offense to you guys, but that's your problem. He's not ever going back there.
I'll give his boss a punch in the face, just for him. If I see him.
He'd definitely appreciate that. But leaves then to go see what he can haggle with the Nova imports. Which, Salim, already ahead of time, that's not going to go well for him. These are Corpo Alliance guys. They're
bargain.
If you negotiate, the price only goes up.
Oh no.